Stay with us, this gets deeper. Did you know that much of what we attribute to ancient Greece might have its roots in Africa? For centuries, a narrative has persisted, one that places Greece as the sole cradle of Western civilization, the birthplace of philosophy, science, and mathematics. But what if this narrative is incomplete, even misleading? What if the very foundations of Western thought were not born in Greece, but nurtured and developed in the ancient civilizations of Africa, particularly in Egypt? We're diving deep into a controversy that challenges the established historical timeline and exposes its stolen legacy. The idea that ancient Greece was isolated and spontaneously generated its intellectual prowess is a comfortable and convenient narrative. It conveniently ignores the extensive interaction between Greece and Egypt, a relationship that spans centuries. Thinkers like Plato, Pythagoras, and other prominent Greek scholars traveled to Egypt to study at its renowned temples and learning centers. They weren't just visiting, they were immersed in a rich intellectual tradition that predated their own. Now, proponents of the stolen legacy theory, such as George James in his influential book Stolen Legacy, argue that Greek philosophers and scientists essentially appropriated Egyptian knowledge, repackaging it and presenting it as their own original work. He points to striking similarities between Egyptian concepts and Greek philosophy, suggesting a direct line of influence. The Egyptian mystery schools, with their focus on mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy, were the intellectual powerhouses of the ancient world. Evidence suggests that Greek scholars were initiated into these schools, learning directly from Egyptian priests and scribes. Consider the concept of the soul, a cornerstone of Greek philosophy. The Egyptians had elaborate beliefs about the stay with us, this gets deeper. Afterlife and the journey of the soul, concepts that appear to have heavily influenced Greek thinkers. Similarly, the Greek understanding of geometry and mathematics can be traced back to Egyptian land surveying practices and architectural marvels like the pyramids. It's crucial to acknowledge that the relationship between Greece and Egypt was complex and multifaceted. It wasn't simply a case of one civilization stealing from another. There was an exchange of ideas, a cross-pollination of cultures. However, the key point is that the narrative often downplays the African contribution, presenting Greece as the sole originator of these ideas. This erasure of African influence is a form of historical injustice. It perpetuates a Eurocentric view of history that ignores the crucial role Africa played in shaping Western civilization. The evidence is there. We must look at the architectural marvels of ancient Egypt, the mathematical precision of its calendar, and the philosophical depth of its religious beliefs. These achievements demonstrate a level of intellectual sophistication that challenges the notion of Greece as the sole source of knowledge. The stolen legacy narrative isn't about diminishing Greek achievements. It's about acknowledging the African contribution and correcting a historical imbalance. It's about recognizing that civilization is a product of collaboration and exchange, not the sole creation of any one culture. By acknowledging the African roots of Western thought, we can build a more inclusive and accurate understanding of history. We can appreciate the diversity of human ingenuity and challenge the prejudices that have shaped our perception of the past. Only by confronting these uncomfortable truths can we truly understand the complex and interconnected history of our world. Subscribe to Punna Afrik for more African history and wealth wisdom. Follow for more untold African stories.